Are you recording us now?
My coffee keeps spilling.
We're being recorded. We're being recorded, John.
Okay.
You're spilling your coffee over here?
Yeah.
Every
time I take a drink, it starts.
On my
spilling.
brand
your brand new table.
Brand new table.
Yes.
I don't know how old this table actually is, but we were using if you look back in the past podcast, you'll see like these really small table that had like a chip on it, which we're still using. It's actually right over there.
Right. Yeah.
We're still using it for our producers producer table, which the producer is my daughter, Anna Sack.
Yeah, and we really appreciate her, by the way.
And she's actually trying to hide over there right now. But anyway, one of these days we'll get her on there, and we'll actually get her on the show. We'll have
there you go.
We'll have 21 questions.
There you go.
Who are you?
Yeah.
What do you like to do? What's your favorite? What's your favorite color? By the time she's done, she'll be like, I'm out of here.
Love it.
It'll be
your time's coming, Anna.
It'll be a full scale interrogation.
Exactly.
Anyway,
we'll put the bright light on her, and
Yeah. So today, we're just getting together. One of our guests, and we're not going to mention their name. One of our guests they just canceled because they had something else come up. So we just thought, we just.
I thought I was on top of it. I'm always confirming people, and I even sent a text today. We'll see you at 1:00, and then all of a sudden I get here and I get a text. Oh, I completely forgot. No.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It happens. But anyway, that's why the two of us just jumped on the show, and we thought we'd just put together, some stuff to talk about. Yeah. So anyway, one of the things that we have is we just got our cups. I don't know if you can see that, from the Soaring Saxman right here. I got a Soaring Saxman cup.
Yep.
Soaring Saxman's on
Dave
both
Panico.
sides. Dave Panico. Yeah. And you've got the baseball cap.
The baseball cap, yeah.
Yeah.
And I got to go see him perform Saturday night.
Yeah.
Along with a group
recently,
called
right?
This past Saturday night. They with a group called Retro Revival.
Yeah.
They were at a little bar and grill called the Thirsty Gnome just down the street from my house.
It's such a cool name, by the way, the Thirsty Gnome.
Well, it's been so many different names it has changed hands so many times over the years. I worked at there when it was Pizza Factory.
Oh wow!
When I was a kid, that whole shopping center, I told you earlier, that whole shopping center that it's in, and I have history. The Thriftway store used to be Safeway. I worked there as a sacker. When it was Food Barn, I was working private security, and I got stationed there a couple shifts during the Food Barn strike of the early '90s. There was a laundromat there, and my grandmother and I used to do laundry in. The place called. I forget the name of that. There's a Mexican restaurant there, and I forget their name now. But it was the Alamo for over 30 years.
Oh, wow.
That was my dad's drinking hole when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But and then I just I went there, and then I took my family there for several years just for the Mexican food, and I've known the owners forever.
Oh, wow.
So anytime I was there, the owner would always come out and say hi and stuff like that. And the Buck and Up store and the Dollar General, that location used to be TG&Y when I was a kid, and that's where I spent my allowance money when I was a kid.
That's what you said. Yeah, you said that. Yeah.
And I grew up literally on the next street over from there.
Yeah.
You can literally see the street I grew up on from there. And so that whole and I still shop at Thriftway. We shop at Dollar General. My girls like going to Buck and Up. There used to be a video store there called Holiday Video that was owned by a Christian couple that I was good friends with for a while.
Well, so you really have a lot of history with that location. Yeah, but anyway, you were recently at it with Dave Panico.
And Saturday night. My friends Tim and Kim showed up, who also just lived just up the street. Tim's been one of my best friends since I was 14.
So SoaringSaxman.com, Dave Panico, and then if you want to get some swag,
visit the Soaring Saxman fan page on Facebook I started.
You just helped start a fan page.
It's
called the Soaring Saxman.
Yeah.
So
got lots of videos. I broke his website up into different things that I posted on there. All the videos that I took and pictures that I took Saturday night.
So we got to interview him, but one of the most memorable pictures I see of him is when he's doing the splits. I don't know if he can still do the splits on stage.
I don't know, but I don't know. Dave, can you still do the splits?
We wonder if he can still do the splits. He's doing full scale splits. I'm like, whoa, man, that's actually impressive. I don't know.
That's the profile picture I put on there was him doing the splits.
That actually might be more impressive than the saxophone.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, it. But anyway, so.
And when he was on the show here, he asked if we had any ideas about more merch he could put on his site. And I said, I'm a ball cap guy. Do a ball cap. So there it is, folks.
There it is. Yeah, brand new.
I get credit for this. You know?
Yeah, so. Brand new Soaring Sax Man ball cap. And I got the cup. So
yeah, you got the cup. So
we try to support the people we have on here by buying their swag, but we can't always do it. But it was kind of cool.
We need to get more.
Where's the Soaring?
Yeah, we need
our little mascot guy.
Little mascot guy. There you go.
There we go. All right,
we need to get more Faith Horizon swag.
Oh, yeah. I actually need to get on that. That's my own fault. Here you are going on and on with your Maverick swag, because you keep adding more and more Maverick swag. If you watch his Facebook page, his Facebook, just his personal Facebook page, you'll see more and more little swag he's buying for his Maverick truck. Yep. And
I got that thing that I talked about on the last pre-show.
Yeah. The little box.
The little thing that fits in the little in the hole in the little empty hole next to the infotainment system. And then I ordered 2 stickers. I found a page this morning that I could create stickers on, and I ordered 2 little stickers that are probably going to go on the lower parts of the back window. And heard from my guy last night that's going to do my windshield banner, and he's going to get me prices on a whole bunch of other stuff. And
that's so fun,
They'll all have that same horse and on there. And
So one of the things that I'm trying to do with Faith Horizons right now, and kind of the objective is we basically have got all these multiple different organizations and businesses in Kansas City, but mainly it's more like the missional organizations or even missional businesses. Mm-hmm. Like Faith Horizons itself is a missional business. It's not not a 501c3 organization, but I mean they're all kingdom oriented.
Right.
But basically these kingdom oriented businesses or ministries. But anyway, each one of these organizations on our website has its own page, and if you go down, you'll start flipping through the organizations, and I'm trying to update all those so that they have a better about thing for them. And then if you click on the organization itself, it'll actually have all of the posts or the videos or something like that are actually associated with it's actually the post on the right side, and then you'll have an about section that'll be filled in. That are associated with that organization, so that's kind of it's kind of like trying to create a one little niche spot to find out about that organization. And one of the things that you can do on there, which I've really been trying to encourage people, and I haven't have not got a lot of support on this, is to basically leave a testimony. If you've actually encountered the organization, if you've done business with the organization before as a ministry or you volunteered as a person before, then all you have to do is leave a testimony, and then we'll actually put it on the site so that other people can it provides a validation for these multiple different ministries,
right?
So that people can go on there and say, oh, wow, this place is good. Oh, this place is a good place to volunteer. Or, wow, this is really impressive, So it's basically, we want to increase the amount of testimony so that each one of these pages, which have all the posts and everything, are more engaging and kind of more informational for people to.
Yeah, and again, it's not just the organizations exist because God exists and because they have a relationship with Jesus Christ, and they are doing ministry as His calling in their lives, and so we want to hear. How have these organizations blessed you? How has God used these organizations to bless you? So if you can go in there and leave a testimony,
you can also leave it as a volunteer or also I think as a sponsor or something like that. Yeah. However you want to refer to yourself, and it's all it's anonymous. It could be your first name, or it could be your last name. If you want to put on there, and it's a really good place to put stuff, to put your testimony so that people can read about it. So.
Yeah, and buy us a cup of coffee while you're at it.
Yeah, you can. You click on the bottom of the button. Buy me a coffee. Buy me a coffee on faithhorizons.com.
Yeah,
and because we are. The Faith Horizons, thing, we don't really have a bunch of, we might, increase to where we have some sponsorships eventually, but we haven't done that, yet. But Buy Me a Cup, just allows you to throw, some money. And each coffee cup is $5. And so, you could buy us $5 or you could buy us, $20, or I've seen, as much as, 90 cups of coffee at one time.
Yeah, and thank you to those who have bought us a cup of coffee in the past. We appreciate you.
$450 that came in on all, it's really helpful because all of this costs money. Everything costs money. You see this, we've got 3 cameras and it's really been helpful just to,
and maybe let us know if you'd like to be mentioned on the show for buying us a cup of coffee. That way we can say, hey, this person or this organization bought us a cup of coffee, and
Yeah.
You know,
we could do that. We could do that too. We could do that. So that would be more of a like, you know, but yeah, we could do that too. So anyway, but yeah, that'd be great. Yeah. All right. I got Soaring Sax Man. I talked about the Faith Horizons thing. Another thing too, you know, there's two different organizations that or businesses that I have running here. I have Faith Horizons, but in the background we have FH Media Press. So FH Media Press is actually the LLC that owns all of this. So it's the one that owns the equipment, the gear, and through FH Media Press, I'm now starting to do short videos, and I have a card and everything. So it just says to get your message out, your voice, our questions. So basically, what I do is I kind of come up with the questions that need to be asked in order to get your answers. You know, the answers that people want to know about your ministry or your business. And so anyway, you get 4 or 5 different short videos that are usually under a minute, and it's only like $275 or $300 for that. And so it's interview driven short videos, and I've been doing that. I love doing that with people, and I just, you know, meet them somewhere. I can do it outside, I can do it inside. It doesn't matter. You know, I've got all the equipment for it. But FH Media Press is the organization behind the scenes that's, you know, the supporting all the infrastructure that you currently see.
Yeah.
So anyway, so we have a little short trading contract with the building that we're using. That's why we're able to use this space. You know, so for FH Media Press, aka me, provides a service to the church that we're in, so that we can use this space on an ongoing thing. So FH Media Press has really been the sponsor for, or has been the conduit of money into this organization. So